morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. May God bless you and your families. I'm hoping that you got up this morning. You either went and you ran, you jogged, you went to the gym, or you took your time to go to church, which is a lot of people's tradition on a Sunday to wake up in the morning and look forward to going to church and praising that God that we so much love, right? Because without Him, there would be no us. You know, He comes before anything. So, anyways, this morning has been a great day. It's a beautiful day outside, right? It's a beautiful day to enjoy yourself, to take in all that wonderful atmosphere. You could even go to the park and have your little workout, stretch, um, and do what you normally do. There's this park where I live at, right, that I tend to visit now frequently. Um, Back when I was young, I used to go to this park because of the swimming pool that was there. Now, it's much better, it's more modern. So I visit this park because it has the tracks. It has everything for you to do calisthenics. The bar, the dip bar. I don't know if they put in the punching bag yet, but I'm looking forward to that. Because I feel that the punching bag is very crucial in a person's workout because it's more like a cardio, right? When you're hitting the bag, you're working out the entire body, right? And you're accelerating that hard to burn calories. So, I'm trying to visit this park frequently, right? On the days that I sometimes don't even make it to the gym, you know, um, I just feel that it's something. I don't know if you've heard of it. If you're from Brooklyn, McCarran Park, right? So it's something that if you don't, you didn't know, I'm trying to provide you with that information. It's a good swimming pool because it's very clean, right? You go in, and I think after 2 hours you have to get out so they can re-sanitize the water or whatever. So it's a clean place. It's a clean pool, right? And swimming, it's a major exercise. Also, it doesn't all have to be weights. It doesn't all have to be machines, right? You can use your own body structure to work out, right? Um, I was thinking about, putting something else on my platform, but I feel that I need to ask people first to see what they think. I was thinking about talking a little about social media, what's going on with this administration and with the trial coming up for P. Diddy, or the trial of P. Diddy, because it already started. It started on Monday, right? And here we are, 6 days later. So I was thinking about that, but I don't know how my audience will react, or the people that watch will react, because usually when I made this platform, I made it concerning, more about weight gain and weight loss and working out. And I don't want to get off that subject, right? But I also don't want to keep repeating the same things. So I'm trying to find new things, right? And new videos that I can place and put up, right? That will help people, right? In their workout, you know, um, more efficiently. So I'm trying to find, other things that I can put on my platform that'll be beneficial to my audience. Um, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. You know, you viewing my videos, right, and putting them likes up. I'm trying to get up to at least, in views. I'm trying to get up right now to 10,000. If you can help me out and click that like button and subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything. I do the same thing like I always say in my videos. What I do is that when I watch a video, and even if I don't like it, I subscribe and I like the video because I know for a fact that that will be helping somebody else. It's just like walking down the streets and seeing somebody that is hungry, right, and offering him a plate of food or something to drink or coffee. So it's basically the same thing, right? And this is how I feel. This is how I transmit, right? Um, Other people and what they're going through, right? So I look at it the same way, right? It's like buying somebody a cup of coffee, right? I subscribe to the channel and I like. And let me tell you something. Sometimes if the video is good, I watch it, and if the videos I'm watching it and I lose a little interest, I just let the video play, right? Because it's helping somebody else, man. We can't be selfish in this platform. We can't be selfish. We gotta have compassion for other people. You understand? Because there's people out there also they need help. That's why when I started doing my videos, I started making them about weight gain because I felt that it's a big problem, right? It's a major problem in the United States, right? Being overweight, right? And you know, being so heavy where you can't go out and work out because you feel ashamed, right? You don't want to go to the gym because you feel like everybody's looking at you. Like you're out of tone, like you don't belong. And, that's one of the major things that, I look at. And, I put myself in that situation to where I say to myself, how will I feel? Right? And to tell you the truth, I felt like that in some ways. I felt like that because I wasn't myself no more. Not looking back at how I used to look, right? And people that I knew was looking at me differently, like why you let yourself go so much? You understand? Why you let yourself get so big? What's been going on in your life? What you've been going through. And to tell you the truth, right? I didn't know how to answer and I didn't know who to turn to, right? When I felt when I felt this way. So, you know, I decided to do one thing and I said to myself, you know what, let me get into a gym. Let me try it. And that's when, you know, everything else opened up to me. That's why I'm trying to let you know that if you're overweight, right? Um, you're not alone. You understand? Hit a gym. Ask somebody for help, man, so you can get guided in the right direction, right? I, for one, I tend to help people. If I see people that are in need in the gym, you know, I'm always available to help that person, right? Because I don't only think about myself, and there's a lot of people out there that do, right? This is the selfish world that we live in. But I, for one, I like to help people in need. And I know what it's like to feel overweight and not feel wanted, right? And feel like you're being pushed away. No, you have people that do care. I care, right? So, you know, I am a voice to speak for those that don't dare speak for themselves or don't dare, you know, um, share their story. Come on here, share your story, you know, share your comments, how you feel, what is your goals, go to the gym, work out. You're going to find it that it's going to transform your life in a way that you don't know, even if you don't know how to work out. Even if you don't know how to work out, go to the gym, start. The next day, you're going to wake up in pain. You go again. The next day, you're going to wake up in more pain. You go again. and so on and so on. And you're going to wake up with so much pain. But guess what? After that pain comes resolution, right? That's what matters. After that pain, you're going to get used to it. You're going to set goals for yourself. You're going to make routines. And it's going to be, right, something that you're going to become loyal to, that you're going to become dependent on, because now you make a schedule for yourself and this is what you're doing. So you make it a habit, right? And you make it a routine, right? It's just like having a job. You go every day, every day, every day, right? And you're going to see the changes in your life. You're going to see that you're going to, look at yourself differently. You're going to see that you're going to, you know, you're going to start eating differently. You're going to start eating more healthier. You're going to start looking at yourself. You're going to start speaking differently. You're going to start meeting people that are in your same level, that are trying to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve. And this is what I'm talking about, you know? And, and I get it. I get it. You know, there's a lot of unselfish people out there, man. They make other people feel unwanted, unloved. And that's what I try to promote in my video. I don't know if you noticed, but my name, when they say Mo Love, I'm trying to promote more love in this video. I'm trying to promote more love in this platform so people can understand, right? That this is a platform where we care about others, where we care about people. No matter what people say, because people are always going to gossip. People are always going to talk. But you know what? The only ones that you got to be worried about, it's you and that man upstairs, not no one else. You know, but I just want to let you know, man. That we're here. I'm here, right? I'm here. If you need guidance, right? I'm here, right? If you need somebody to talk to, I'm here, right? All my information is in my bio. Even if you want to call, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to call me, you leave it in the bio and I'll give you my number, right? And we could talk. We could talk about what's bothering you. We can talk about, what's going to get you motivated to go into that gym. What's going to get you started, right? Um, I can help you in giving you insights and certain ideas, that I took upon myself, you know, to start working out, right? Because let me tell you, when I first started, it was very hard for me to get back into it because, I was going through a lot. I was going through a lot of pain, right? But as I started to work out, like I told you, right? I used to work out 15 minutes here, 20 minutes there, half an hour. But as I started working out, right? And the days started going by, I see myself a month later, 2 months later, and I started going 4 times a week. I started going more hours. And now I've been in the gym for a year, right? And I go 4 or 5 times a day and I stay for 2 hours. And after them 2 hours of working out, I get on the massage. And then I come and I go across the street and I buy myself one of them big juices, the healthy juices with spinach, cucumber, celery, ginger, and all that. And I drink it and I feel great. I'm starting to feel like myself again, right? And this is what I'm trying to show others, that it can happen to you because it happened for me, right? I'm not gonna say it's easy because it wasn't, because it was even hard for me to sit up. I couldn't sit straight. I had to lean back in order for me to sit down because my back was hurting so much, right? But now my posture is better, right? I walk a little better, even though, like I said, when it rains or it's cold, it's like, oh, I go through excruciating pain, but I work through it, and that's what matters, that you walk through it and you have somebody to guide you, right? And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please like, subscribe to my channel. Any comments that you have, leave it in the comment section. Like I said, this platform is to show awareness, right? Um, to let you know that you're not alone. I'm here with you. I'm in the struggle. I'm trying to better myself, but I can also have time, you know, to help others, right? To have that little moment, right? In that space that, you can share these ideas and tell somebody something that will click and motivate him to start caring more about themselves and taking actions of their lives. I just want to say thank you. May God bless you and have a great day.